have on so far. Anita, Mary, Donna, and Georgina. Hi, ladies. How's everything going? Now, I really haven't got anything planned for today. One of the things I wanted to do after finishing the other sun catcher up, which we did yesterday, was to put some beads on the chain for my watch, which I did on the members live yesterday, which did another one of those weirdos that it does every once in a while. Really bizarred me out because I know I had it set for members live. Everybody kept telling me they couldn't find it. I kept getting messages they couldn't find it. You're on the phone with Jerica and Squishy? Okay, Heather. Hi, Deborah. So I did on the members live, I added some pretties to the chain, and then I split the chain into two pieces so that it would hang better when you're wearing it. So like this. And changed it to a big lobster claw up here. Hey, Leslie. So this is what I did for the members live yesterday. You can find it now. When I went looking for it to see what was going on, it told me it was on a draft, which really stranged me out because I didn't even know you could put anything on a draft as far as the live stuff was concerned. So I had to repair that. I don't know what YouTube was doing because, like I said, there's actually no place to make a draft when you're doing lives, but it said that's what it was. So I was I thought that's really weird. So I haven't got any real plans for today. We did finish our sun catcher off yesterday. For those who didn't see it, here it is. This is from the Thunder Horse Descendants Critters Christmas box. I used all of the rosary chain. Yes, all of it. I used all of the little rice crystals. And then I added my big crystals to that to make that pretty. So there's that one. We're still waiting on our red birds to finish off. Oh, come on, hang back up, baby. To finish off our birds and flowers one. So I really haven't, thank you, Dawn. I haven't really got any plans done up for today. We'll probably get out the new box and see what we can come up with on the fly here. Hey, Jan. So, hey, Carolyn. Thank you, Donna. My neck is stiff today. I think I slept wrong last night. Don't you just love that when that happens? I slept a little wrong. Now my neck is being a bugger. But that's the way it goes. You can only stay for a few minutes. You're at your PT. Well, that's understandable. I know all about PT. So this is our time traveler collection. I've decided to keep the watch, obviously. It's around my neck. And we need to decide what we want to do with the other things. Now, I know that I want to put part of these floral beads here. Come here, babies, come out. Into a leather bracelet because I think those will work great in a leather bracelet, but none of the other beads will work in a leather bracelet. So I'm thinking we may take these coral pearls and the other pendant in this box is smaller than I like. But I was thinking we could get some other pearls. I have quite a few other pearls and add with these and maybe some of the champagne agates. Hi, Kimberly. You like what I did with the watch? Thank you. I think it needed dressed up a little bit, and I'm all for dressing stuff up. So I'm not sure what I want to make though. Pulling stuff out of the box, but at the same time saying, what am I going to make? I don't know what I'm going to make. Do you ever do that? You just go, oh, well, I know I'm going to use these things. I'm going to use these things. Maybe I want this stuff. But what am I going to do? So I've yanked out some stuff out of the box here. I'm thinking I want to get some of my white or cream shell pearls out to add to this. Cream might be better. But I need to think of what I want to use for a pendant if we're making a necklace. Let's turn down and we'll just play for a little bit, see if we can figure out something. So, Jan just got home. So I pulled these crystals out. I doubt if I want to use every color, but I've got them out. I've got our shell pearls out. We've got some of the agates out, some of the English cut. I pulled some of these little spacers here out, and then I've got some cream shell pearls. Well, actually, these are probably glass pearls because they only cost $1.79. So these are probably glass ones. I find with Bargain Bead Box, the shell pearls cost more like $4 something, and the glass ones are more this price. So I'm thinking we want to intersperse these together in some way, but we need a pendant. I could use the pendant in the box, but if we do, I'm going to want to probably switch these brass findings out for gold, and I'm going to make some kind of a gold wire frame around our pendant. That might work. So I'm going to get some more of these little English cuts out. Give me my shovel. There we go. We also do have these little pearls, but they might be littler than I want to go to, though they match the glass ones pretty well. But I need to get some gold wire out because we are going to have to turn this into some kind of a pendant. And though actually if I had more of these, I might just make a straight choker, 2-strand choker, and just hang it down from the bottom like so, which we could. I usually don't make chokers because I don't like chokers. They're too close to your throat and it makes me feel like I'm strangling. But at the same time, I do Renaissance fairs, and the Renaissance folks did use chokers a lot, so we might. So you're heading down to meet your great grandson, Georgina. That should be fun. So what I'm thinking is, if we make this into a choker, obviously it's not going to be all pearl because I don't have enough pearl to make it straight pearl. But we could go between the pearls every once in a while, like say we go 3 and we put a decorative little bit in here. And then we go another 3 and put another decorative piece in, like maybe with one of these guys. And some of the other crystals around it. We'll need some spacers, of course. I'll have to get some bronze spacers out, or glass, or gold, as the case may be. If I do wrap this in any way, we'll need some gold. But I think that actually is looking like it might work for what I want it to work. So let's cut this strand here. And we'll want to divide it in half with adding 2 or 3 more into this side, since a choker needs to have just a few more on the bottom layer as opposed to the top layer. So we're just going to divide these into half here. There's 5 plus an extra 3. So that's going to go in to the the lower strand to have that extra couple, so that it can have that extra little bit of length it needs. So we'll put this is going to be the upper, this will be the lower. We're going to want now I evened these out, but I'll probably change it in the end, but we'll see. That's an uneven one. Now, I'm not sure which color in here I want to use. I'm not going to just use like wherever kind of thing. So we're going to need to decide which color I want to put in here. I'm thinking since everything else is a lighter color, we don't really want these gray. However, the peachy colored ones and the cream colored ones could work. We just have to decide which beads we wanted to put them around, because that's what I'm thinking. We're going to go in threes as far as what we're going to do. You go over there. But I know I don't want the grays, so we're going to separate these out some. I'll put the grays back in the box because I don't want them. Oops, sorry for bumping the camera, folks. Not my intention. I think I'll cut this extra string off. It's getting pretty long here, becoming irritating. Now, what I want to do is, because I'm probably going to put these little clear English cuts by these agates, I want to decide which of these colors look the best with this, the darker one or the lighter one. I have no preference. They both look fine. What do you guys think? The darker or the lighter? You were wondering when I was going to cut the excess string off? Yeah. I like both too, the darker. So we're getting a lot more votes for the darker color. So that might be what we'll go for. I'm going to separate these colors out to start with, and we'll decide, like I said, when we decide, we'll have them separated that way. But yeah, I'm leaning towards the darker myself. I think it will add a little more distinction between the beads. So nope, down here. And the rest of you are up here. So okay, everybody says darker, so let's just put the white ones away, and we're gonna, oh, that was the extra one. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 in each side. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12. Let's see if I've got 12 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that's 12 for each. We may end up taking out one of the orange. Well, we may not need it anyway, so we'll see how that works. Mix. There we go. That's where this was at. Okay, excess over here. This is the bottom row, supposed to be a little longer. Here's our focal. I have both gold daisy spacers and gold corrugated spacers right beside me here, so we'll put those out. I'm just going to dump a pile. Have white soft flex right here, so that's fine, no problem. We can use that. I am thinking I will just get a little gold bail and put in place of where this one's going to hang at, and then we'll do some wrapping or something on it when we get to that point. So let's find us a little gold bail. I should have some around here. Well, I know I do. I tend to dump them everywhere. So well, have this leaf, this little tube, or we have a ball. Anybody have any preferences on the, do we think that one of these would be better as far as our bail is concerned? We are going to do some wire wrapping around that, so it will look a little different. Now everything is pretty round, so we could go with the round one. Or if we just want some differentiation in shape, we got this little guy, or this one that looks sort of like a feather. You're thinking the ball, Mary? Yeah, the ball actually would work with all of the beads better, because they're all round, so it might work best. So let's put the other two away. Now, Sid likes the leaf. Okay, anybody else want to vote in there? Now, the leaf, because it's pretty small, it does not need anything under it. This one I will need to get a few little seed beads to drop into under it, but that's fine. Same with this one, it doesn't need anything. So anybody else want to vote in here? I think we've more or less decided that this little guy is probably not what we want. So the ball or the feather. Jan is saying the leaf as well. Mary does say the leaf is pretty. The ball will work, but the leaf is pretty. So let's go to the leaf. So I tend to, when I'm stringing, tend to start in the middle. And this is just a personal preference. I tend to start just a little off the middle, to be truthful. I'm going to put a bead stopper in here so it won't drop into here. And what I like to do is start with, I'm going to start with pearls. And I just tend to start a little bit on one side. And then we'll go on from there. And I want to do 3. And then the bail. Get up out of the way, babies. And then we'll do 3 again. I may have to dump them. They're trying to not be in my hands. So. Get out of the way. Now this agate says it wants to be the first set of 3 of other stuff. So because it wants to come out, so we're going to let it do that. And we're going to have a daisy. Then one of the English crystals. Then I think a daisy, a corrugated, the agate, and then reverse. Then we'll do 3 pearls again. Then we're going to do the same spacer thing, but instead of going to the agate and the English cuts, we're now going to go with the Rondell crystals. and then the shell pearl. Now, I am going to have to be aware that I have to keep another half of these for the other side. So we're going to take another tray. This one I've glued on. It's got little gooks all over it. And we've already got these 3 pearls, but we're going to put the other things we've already used over on this side. So we have that section. Now we need this section over there. So now we need 3 more pearls down here, 3 over there, and then we'll go with putting this section in here, and then this section. Now, let's see what we've got going here. We do have some more of these in the box, so I can get those out, as well as some of these. So that's good. And we will probably need to do that. Right now, I'm going to move these ones over into this side, so I have those ready. And one more set of these. I'm not sure well, we'll see. And we'll probably need some more of the pearls over there as well. But we'll see how we're doing when we get that far. So let's go on. And I am already going to have to get some of the other crystals out of the box. The agates and the English cuts. I'm going to measure this pretty soon, because if you do chokers, you know that the chokers are about 16 inches, sometimes a little bit longer, just because like I said, I don't like things really, really close to my neck, but this isn't specifically for me, so that's all right. Other people do like it. Now, when we get to the second row, the upper row, we won't have a bail in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one of our color strands where this one would be, and then move over from there. Let's see, we're on the orange. Now I will probably put this on a slider to a strand slider clasp, because that takes 2 strands really well, and then you don't have to worry about oops. Well, dang it, I didn't want to do that. See how long we're getting here. So we need at least another ½ inch, because this is the lower strand. We'll probably want an inch. So that might just be perfect with just the next set of agate and then the next set of pearls. So let's do that, see what we get. Okay, let's the ruler back out. Here is our middle point. We're at 9. That is definitely as long as we want it to be, because we were going for a choker. 9 inches is going to make it be 18. That's not choker length. That's going to be a little longer than chokers. So we'll decide if we want to keep going or leaving it that length, or shortening it up. So we got to get some wire out. We're going to take our middle point. We're going to bring our wire down here, so we're have plenty of wire here, and cut this off. This is more than we need probably, so that's fine. Get the clip back on. Now we're going to reverse our order here. And at the present moment, these are extras. So bring these forward and we'll start working on it. Oh, so yeah, that is a problem with aging, isn't it, Sid? We always get that bit of neck going. So we're going with this one. Come on, baby, where's your hole? There we go. You know, I rarely used to work with pearls, and anymore I really love working with pearls. It's funny how you change your attitudes towards some things as you go along. But oops, need some more of the corrugated spacers. Looks like I didn't move all the pearls over here that I should have, because we're going to run out before we get done to where we need to be, but that's all right because there's still some in the extra pile over there. Now we'll put the bead stopper back on this side, and that is our lower strand where we're going to hook our pendant up once I get it ready to go. So it'll Hi, Mary. You have a show tomorrow? So anyway, so this is our lower strand, and I do think it's actually going to be about 18 inches, which is a little long for a choker, but the other strand will be shorter, of course, by at least a few beads. So let's see. Come here, you. Come here. So yeah, it's just at 9, so it would be just 18. So if we decide we need it shorter, then we will have to take some of the beads out. But we'll worry about that when we get to the point where we're putting it together. So for the second strand, we're going to start with one of these beads colored strands here in the middle. And I have to decide whether I want that to be the orange one or the champagne one to go in the middle there. Whichever way we decide to go, of course, it will go the opposite direction up. So what I am going to do is start separating these beads now into 2 piles. One for one side, one for the other. So let's just dump these on the table while I get them ready to separate out. Have our 2 trays. Need to get a few more of the English cut crystals out. see, we have all 4 English cut on this side and all 4 English cut on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. But I need 2 more English cut. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Side 1, side 2. And these look to be extras. So, like I say, I need to decide which one's going to go in the middle. I'm thinking the orange, because these are already here. So if we put the orange here in the middle, it's going to spread out the other direction. So I'm going to think we'll put the 3 pearls on, then the orange set, and then we'll keep going up the line like normal. Though actually these 3 pearls would be from the other side because this is the middle section here. So this is going to sit right in here like so. Okay, now I want to show you something and I want to get some input. because I put this one here, these ones are going to hit beside each other like so as they come up. Would it be better to put this one here and then have these so that the orange one, would you like it better if the orange one came up and was closer to this one? Or do we want to leave it like this with this one coming up closer? Personally, I don't care. Either way looks good. Hey, Dorothy. So again, we go with the orange one close to the bell, and then they come close to each other as far as we go up the line. Or do we want to go this way so that they are not the same one right beside? No, I think I'm going to leave it like this. I think I like it better that way. The orange over the pendant. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Carolyn. Or Jan. This one? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So we'll leave it like that. And we'll go on. I didn't put my bead stopper here to keep it from falling into my... I am going to tell you we're probably not going to finish this today like I'd like to do because my neck is really bothering me, and so I'm probably going to quit in just a little while. We'll put it aside and we'll finish it on Monday. Because, oops, nope, that wasn't supposed to have both those spacers. It is hurting, and I want to give it a break from leaning over. So I apologize for that, since I tend to try to do a full project, but it's not going to happen. So this is going to be, come here, you, right here. And then it's going to go up the line like so. So I'm going to probably finish this one side up. I think we've almost hit our hour. Yeah, we have. So does anyone know what happened with Randy? She went shopping with her aunt. Apparently the roads must have cleared enough that she decided it wasn't a problem. They had lots of ice storms over there recently, so I was a little bit leery about her going shopping, but you know. Come on. Okay. So I think this is where we're stopping on this side so that we have that little bit of extra up across the top there. Slide down there so you're on there right. So be right. Come here, you. There, come around. And we do have extra here. We may need to put those last few beads on. We'll see. Oh, yeah, we are going to need to put them on. There's not enough there. We want it to be relatively close, not real far away. So we'll put these on, but without the pearls at the end. So now this would be the end here. The end here. We're going to come down around here. That might be too long. We'll see when we go to put it together if it is or not. I'm fairly positive it's going to be too long, but we're going to cut this wire off so that we can have it ready to go. Here to here, this much, and teeny touch more. And we'll cut this line off. And we've already got this side crimped, so it's not a problem. These I think are extras, but we'll keep them with the stuff anyway. I'm going to put this stuff all into a big baggie so I don't get it mixed up with anything else. And I'll even throw in the spacers because we'll need them later anyway. And this will go in a little baggie so that I know that that is one side. And this is my extras, so I'm just going to flip them in so that I have them together with the stuff if we need them. Put these guys in this baggie. That's our other side here of our second strand. What I do with my, there we go. Pendant can go in here too, since it's part of our necklace. And then we'll put this all into another baggie. and then we'll finish it up on Monday. Unless the red birds come. If the red birds come, we might finish the Suncatcher up on Monday. Of course, if one doesn't take very long to finish, we'll just go on to the other one. So I always love having projects, so I know what I'm doing. So there we go. We've got this all wrapped up. So I don't know if I slept wrong or what, but the neck is really bothering me. So bending over, working on this has been giving me quite a cramp in it. So I'm going to put this away. We'll work on it Monday to finish it off. Mini value bundle. Yeah. So we are going to, and they're starting to blur up anyway. So mine looks nice and clear on my tablet, but it might have had one of those lovely little spots because I've been getting them lately and I don't know what is going on with that. I will have a video for you tomorrow. I've got it 3/4 of the way finished. I will finish it up after I lay down for a while, and hopefully my neck will ease off on its crud. And so you will have a video for tomorrow at 10 o'clock like normal. And we'll see you Monday, and we will finish up either this necklace or the red bird Suncatcher if the birds come over the weekend. Anyway, I hope everybody has a beautiful weekend. I gotta finish Christmas shopping. I hate it. And we'll see you all on Monday. This is Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye, everyone.